Hello, welcome to Street Talk number 10. This is a rerun because we've already rehearsed twice. Normally we don't rehearse at all. Today we've rehearsed twice. We've gone through the whole thing and now we have to talk about it again. Dav is not happy again. My fault this time. And I had the wrong plugs and the wrong thing and suddenly I realized we weren't recording. And thanks to Vinopolis for allowing us to film here. And yes, thanks to travel counsellors who are very in the Christmas spirit right now. They are up to here. So they've put a little advert out, which I think is going to be on this talk, introducing the three people who work at travel counsellors, Jerome, Christian, and Matthew. Matthew's the one who sends me all the videos and all the things. He does all the marketing. No, I don't think he lives here. I think he lives away. But he's the one that sends me all the videos and stuff to add.
I spoke to Jerome's auntie.
Yes.
Since he appeared, she now listens to all the podcasts.
Ah, you see? ¿Quién? La Tracy?
Tracy.
I thought Tracy was a fan.
Oh, no.
Tracy, por favor.
Poca vergüenza.
She's my friend de toda la vida, Tracy.
Se le cae la baba con el niño.
Sí, se le cae la baba, que el niño es una monería. Bueno, tú tienes una lista entera de cosas que quieres hablar, pero yo tengo que decir a massive thank you to Elena, who is the professor from the Universidad de Vigo, because they are transcribing our podcasts. They think it's so fun and so interesting que nosotros hacemos code switching así tan natural que they actually go through what we're talking about and transcribe it. So I've got to thank her, I've got to thank Elena as well. I've got to thank Cristina from the Universidad de las Islas Baleares, and I've got to thank Manuel Enriles from GFAMS, who stopped us in the street the other day. They're doing huge things, GFAMS, and they need more people to add. Are you part of GFAMS?
I think so.
Well, you better be. Look it up and sign up. I signed up. Yes, GFAMS are trying to bring back Llanito. They are Gibraltar for a multilingual society, and they're doing incredible things. And I think more people, they've only got 140. I mean, it's good, but they need 340. 840.
Well, they need 38,000.
Or 38,000, no, porque tanta gente no son de Llanito.
Me da igual.
Pero bueno, anyway, please join GFAMS. Look them up and join them. And so I've got to thank Manuel as well, who's also transcribing our text. I find this business of people transcribing our text, de como hablamos, incredible.
I think it's great.
Yeah,
y más considering de que en verdad la mayoría de la gente no nos quieren escuchar.
No.
It's just nice.
Yes. You mean people at home?
Our husbands.
Who tell you to shut up, ¿no?
No, ¿qué pasa?
No, el mío tampoco me hace mucho caso, pero a veces le tengo que decir, por favor, hazme caso, me está escuchando, le tengo que decir 2 o 3 veces.
¿A ti te contesta y te dice,
No, a mí no, ni me mira, digo, me está escuchando, le tengo que preguntar.
A mí me dice, ¿Qué dicho?
And they can repeat, when they say que dicho, they can repeat like the last couple of sentences.
No, like the cuatro sentences
How do they do it? How do they do that?
4 sentences
You see, I wouldn't be able to do it. Yo tengo la mente these days fatal. How would I do it? I wouldn't remember. I've had trouble starting the podcast today.
Indeed.
Bueno, I do it on purpose to keep you on your toes.
To keep me on my toes.
Bueno, venga, empieza. Lo del movement de esta gente, de estos hombres.
Vale. Entonces, I've come across this thing online, which is akin to the whole mansplaining, manspreading thing, ¿vale? Que manspreading es cuando los hombres se sientan con las piernas abiertas, because obviously they have to accommodate for the extra stuff there.
Por Dios, they have the Eiffel Tower down there o algo.
Y se llevan todo el sitio con que está tú en un rincón así, ¿vale? And the mansplaining is when they feel the need to explain something that no necesariamente tiene que ser female related, pero cuando te explican las cosas como si tú eres tonta y no lo sabes, y está como hello. Pues entonces there's this thing now, que no me acuerdo cómo se llama, en man algo, and it's about how apparently a lot of women are finding that cuando se cruzan con un hombre por la calle on a tight space, they're finding that they are having to move aside.
Pero why?
I don't know.
And they're actually moving aside.
Hombre, si no le pega.
Pero es que yo le pegaría.
Bueno, pero espérate, esta mujer, she decided que no le daba la gana, she stood her ground, knocked into her, and then he looked at her como diciendo, y ella le dijo,
get out of my way.
No, tú también te puedes mover, porque me tengo que mover yo. Entonces, regardless of the reasons why or the motivation why, I found that I don't understand it, and it's because it's not a thing here.
Of course not.
not a
They would
thing.
probably be sent to.
Todo el mundo te deja de pasar y algunas veces...
Pero it's to do with
it's really-
politeness and manners.
it's so weird.
Tú dices que manners are old-fashioned. Okay, not that you agree that it's old-fashioned,
no.
but that people think manners are
Yes.
old-fashioned, and that is.
It's not that people think that they're old-fashioned, sino que people it doesn't even come into the whole narrative of it. Es como, ¿por qué tengo que decirle a una persona mayor de usted?
Porque it's polite. Yo no le podría decir de tú a una persona mayor.
¿Qué antiguo eres?
Yo estoy dealing with people todos los días
Yo me
y
muero.
yo I refer to everybody as
Yo
usted.
me muero. Si
I
yo,
mean, maybe
por ejemplo,
not
yo,
that young, pero.
My teachers, yo no puedo llamarlo por su first name, a mí me da vergüenza. Y me lo han dicho 20.000 veces. Me seguí. Todavía me dice, please, no me diga mi seguí. Digo, que no puedo, que me da vergüenza de llamarte por tu first name. I can't. Y entonces, pero después tú se lo explicas a una persona más joven y you attacked as being, que heavy eres. Pesada eres, ¿no? Que he hecho. Y como, okay. So that's what I mean by the fact that it's considered old-fashioned.
Yeah.
Como, uff.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think the younger generation now don't give a damn. They don't give a shit
Hombre,
really
they don't give- pero because they
about
have-
how they talk to you.
But because it hasn't been instilled in them either.
they don't know. They don't
Because
realize.
the reason why I still abide by that is porque mi madre me hubiera dado una regañeta espectacular si yo le digo a una persona mayor de tú. Está feo.
But not only that, it's what we were saying before about being entitled. I think a lot of the younger generation now feel entitled.
Pero because-
no, they are
pero who-
covered. For
pero who
example,
gave them that
their
entitlement?
parents.
Exactly.
Yeah. And the parents are showing them, I think, the complete wrong thing. It's like you were saying as well. You wanted to talk about a Snapchat thing. So somebody that you had a story
Sí.
about a 9-year-old, no?
Basically, I saw today on the news, no necesariamente ha salido hoy, pero lo he visto hoy, about apparently how the police were investigating that a 9-year-old had been sent indecent images on Snapchat.
A 9-year-old.
A 9-year-old, ¿vale? Entonces, my daughter has recently got a phone.
But how old is your daughter?
My daughter is 10, ¿vale?
Yeah.
But the reason is because she's coming home from school on her own with her brother, which I had to stop porque el viernes se estaban matando vivo por el camino, so that is over. Ella se viene sola y yo voy por él. Anyway, entonces, she has un teléfono del año la pera, ¿vale? Which I did not want to give to her, pero el padre se me adelantó. Y entonces, en ese teléfono tiene...
Bueno, but for safety, I suppose.
En ese teléfono tiene WhatsApp. Y en ese WhatsApp, I know every single person who's on that WhatsApp. And her father and I will regularly sit down and look at all the conversations to ensure that nothing that shouldn't be happening is happening. Entonces, explícame tú a mí why it's okay for young children to have access to Snapchat, to TikTok, and to all these things where they can be contacted by anyone or where they can be forwarded anyone. Lo mismo te digo que con WhatsApp they can be forwarded whatever. Pero, ¿por qué tanto access?
Porque los niños le dicen a los padres, this is the only thing I can think of. Joe, my kids didn't have phones till they were 14. Ninguno de los dos. And there were some times when they weren't coming home and I wondered where they were, and it was just like when I was young, you just have to suck it up and hope that everything was all right. Because we all went in England, we all went to university. I used to speak to my mother once or twice a week or 3 times a week.
Yo once.
Yo much more than once. But still, I would get a payphone, I would do the reverse charges call. And there were days when my mother didn't hear from me. And I was an only child, and my parents were like, okay with it. There are people now who track their children. They have this thing called 360. I don't know what it is. I think it's an app where they can see what their children are doing at every minute of the day because they all have it accessible on their mobiles. I think that is terrible.
I don't want to track my kids.
I would never track my kids. Anyway, the fact is that these children are being allowed to, they say maybe that their friends have it or for security, they invent whatever story. And let's face it, a lot of parents couldn't be bothered to listen to it.
No, es más fácil.
It's much easier if the child has...
Toma.
Lo hacen, ya lo sé.
And I think in my head, por ese momento de decir toma, ya they've seen something that they cannot unsee.
Yeah.
Because you cannot unsee it. And what effect is that going to have on the child? Y pienso, no puedo.
Mira, yo me acuerdo, mi hija no dormía nunca. From a very, very, very young age, a few months old, we would put her into our bed. The biggest mistake we made, for 6 years, we bed hopped. We bed hop because we would start off going to bed together, Ricky and I, and at some point in the night she'd get in, and at some point in the night, or he or I would end up in the other bed. With my son, I said from day one, he is not sleeping in our bed, even if he is dying. He is not sleeping in our bed. Y el pobre niño, cuando cogía resfriado y se quedaba en su cuna tosiendo. Angelito, I didn't, because 6 years con la Carla metida en mi cama. And the only way she got out is because Ricky threatened her and said, you are going to do it, otherwise we're not going to let you do this or that or the other. And he had very strong words with her porque a mí nunca me hacía caso. Porque yo soy demasiado machi.
Yes.
And I think she could get around me easily.
Yes.
So I think her father was the more authoritarian one. But anyway, it worked, but she was 6. You see, and I think this is the same principle. Children learn things very, very, very young. They're born learning. And then once you make the mistake once, then it's very hard to unmake them. It's what you say, it's very hard to unsee. It's
No,
very
pero
hard,
for me,
hard to undo.
No, pero for me, the unseen thing is about the fact de que dice, ay, Maelito, todos los amigos lo tienen.
Pero
and
no.
then one day, they
Pero no.
receive an indecent image.
Yes, pero ¿qué le ha pasado a mi hijo?
And they cannot unsee it.
Mi hijo.
And I think one of my 9-year-old has just seen something they should never have
Yes.
seen. What effect is that going to have on the child long term?
Dav, Mikey
that
told me
is
the other day
terrifying.
that somebody in school had sent a picture because the boy had split with a girl, and the girl had dumped him, or you could say, and the girl had taken these pictures of this boy's parts
Sí, eso
and
es
sent them to all the friends.
So revenge porn.
I said, what?
That's revenge
and Mikey
porn.
showed me the picture.
But tú sabes que that's
I said, delete it from your phone right now.
Dude,
It's illegal.
Yes, it
it's
is.
It's illegal.
It's a crime.
I know. I told him. Digo,
Revenge
oh, because
porn.
look what I've got. Look what someone sent me, or something like that. Or he'd seen it somewhere.
Ahora, más importantemente, ¿por qué se están haciendo estas fotos?
Why do people do that? It's
Vale.
very scary.
¿Por qué se hace esta foto?
Do you know what I think? Every single thing that you put on social media can have a comeback. I think of
course.
it like that.
No, it's
every
facts.
single photo of every child, of every all these people who put photos of their babies on social media
facts.
all the time. It's worrying.
I don't have a problem with that. Because
We've talked about it on the powder room many,
if
many
you have
times.
nothing to hide, mira, a mí el problema que tengo es de que, ¿por qué these young kids no se dan cuenta de las cosas que están haciendo? ¿Tú por qué estás dejando que te tomen fotos? ¿Tú por qué estás mandando
Pero
fotos?
eso es muy fácil decirlo.
¿Cómo?
Porque si tú tienes peer pressure y tú quieres hacer impressing a una niña y tú quieres salir con una niña y la niña te dice, deja que te tome una foto de tu Willy y salgo contigo. Y después 3 days later dumps him.
But that's the problem.
Yes, but
it's not peer pressure.
I understand why he's maybe doing it. He shouldn't, because the thing is that children nowadays is another subject, have very little self-esteem. I've spoken to a lot of people
what I was coming
through
to.
my podcasts who tell me, I'm a photographer and I'm taking pictures of these beautiful girls who haven't got they have no self-esteem.
Está bien, pero también vengo para atrás a lo mismo de antes. ¿Qué pasa con los padres?
Sí.
Mira, the other day, my daughter has been in an argument with a friend, ¿vale? I've let her go through it, she's spoken to me, I gave her advice, ¿vale? Y pensé, al menos que se ponga heavy, yo no me voy a meter, porque ella tiene que saber sacarse las castañas del fuego.
Claro.
Because that's life.
Tiene que aprender.
Bueno, and at one point she said to me, no, because my friend said to me, if A, B o C, por ponerlo de una manera, I'll be your friend again. Y mi hija le dijo, no. Y yo le dije a mi hija,
Well done.
good for you.
Un badge.
¿Vale? Digo, cartina dieto fresca, crumbs. ¿Vale? Entonces, ¿por qué? Porque yo y el padre le hemos enseñado esa cosa. Entonces, the way that I see it is de que sí, cada uno tiene su mentalidad y cada uno llega a ciertos puntos por su condición, pero también viene mucho al caso de las cosas que se le dicen en casa. Entonces, si tú en casa le estás diciendo a tu hija, don't you ever let anybody tell you who you are or what you are or esto y lo otro, that makes a difference. Entonces, there must be a certain point where in their lives somebody is not giving them this advice. And I feel like sometimes los padres no toman oportunidad de situaciones para decir, see that. I'm not saying it's ever going to happen to you, pero think about that, see how it went out, but in the future think about this and that, ¿vale? Porque, por ejemplo, es una tontería. Recently we were in a situation where my daughter got really upset with someone who was very nasty to her sin razón, ¿vale? Y entonces we had been watching Harry Potter. Hemos visto la serie entera, again. And at the end of the movie, la madre de Ron Weasley, her daughter gets attacked, and she says to la mala, le dice, "Not my daughter, you bitch." And my children said, "Mommy, why does she say that?" And I said, "Because she's defending her daughter." Total. Que this man was nasty to my daughter, she was very upset, and I dealt with it eventually. And then I got in the car, y el eso me harté de llorar, porque me dio mucha lástima de que a mi hija se le hiciera de sentir de esa manera, just because some idiot thought it was okay to speak to a 10-year-old, en vez de venir a mí, por ejemplo, y decirme, mira. Y me dice, mami, ¿are you okay? Yo, I'm okay, llorando, todo con la pena de mi niña, ¿no?
Claro.
El dolor de madre y todo el rollo. Y después le digo a los niños, I thought this is a great opportunity. Le digo, remember when we watched Harry Potter and the mom said, not my daughter, you bitch? Le digo, this is why. Why, mommy, why? Le digo, because when somebody hurts your child, le digo, when somebody, the mommy or the daddy in that case, they lose the plot. Because you don't allow for your child to be eso. Entonces I turn it into an opportunity. Por lo mismo con otras cosas. Yo mejor veo algo y me dice, mommy, why is that? Digo, well, darling, that's because of this and that. And really,
it's very scary that these things are happening.
Pero aquí son muchas cosas que como ni hay que tener un extremo de estar diciendo, ay, qué susto, no haga eso, no haga lo otro, because I don't believe in that, pero al mismo tiempo sí puede estar diciendo, no ve, that's why you gotta be careful with this and that, o mira esto, porque esto.
Was this person with the Snapchat pictures in Gibraltar?
Apparently it's another minor.
Yeah.
Ahora, como te digo,
Well,
pero aunque no fuera un minor, vamos olvidando de un minor, ¿cuántos hombres pretend to be children online? Se hacen amigos de los niños en el PS5.
It's very scary.
Entonces llega un punto que tú dices, hombre, no va a tener los niños en una cueva, pero hay que estar
encima.
Hay que tener cuidado.
Hay que estar encima.
Yo no veo por qué los niños tienen que tener el acceso a Snapchat y a TikTok y estas cosas.
Te voy a decir algo que pasó.
Aparte de que la porquería que enseñan ahí. Porque anoche yo estaba mirando.
Isn't it banned TikTok or haven't they banned it somewhere? I think in China they've banned it.
In China you can't even have Facebook, chiquita, es un país comunista. Forget about that. Anoche yo no tengo Snapchat, pero me mandaron a very funny video de un comedian, ¿vale? And then it goes into other stories. El siguiente story, ¿tú sabes lo que era? Un hombre metiéndole una paliza a una mujer. Y mi marido yo no quedado como, what is this?
One after the other.
And why would anyone upload this? So when your kids are on Snapchat or TikTok y están mirando, están mirando eso, con que si if it's allowed de que tengan bueno, se ha visto antes en social media de que han habido hasta suicides uploaded onto social media. Y como digo yo, una vez que se entera Snapchat y lo quita, pero ¿cuánta gente la ha visto by then? Entonces yo pienso en mi cabeza, why are you allowing them access to this stuff? It's
I don't
very
know.
scary.
The answer is I don't know, but people should do something about it. There's 3 boys, I don't know if anybody has noticed, going down Main Street every day. It's probably around 5 o'clock, 5 or 6. They start from the casements area and they're on their bicycles and they zoom down Main Street.
Why do you think que quitaron el bicycle lane de Main Street?
No sé, but this is at 5 o'clock.
El bicycle lane de Main Street lo quitaron porque había un grupo de niños en bicicleta dando por culo todos los días, riding at really, really fast speeds, and eventually era como la gente diciendo, porque algo va a pasar con las bicicletas.
Bueno, why can't people do something about the children rather than take off the bicycle lane?
Exactly. ¿Por qué lo hicieron así?
Bueno, these 3 boys who do it every day nearly crashed into my husband the other day, who didn't shout at them because by the time he reacted they'd gone. Waste of time anyway.
Seguro que si le dice algo te mandan a tomar por saco.
Hace 2 días uno de ellos se cayó porque he went round the little rock of Gibraltar
and
he skidded y se cayó y se lastimó. En fact, no sé si le habrá pasado algo al pobre niño, pero culpa de él. Qué idiota.
Pero la madre ni lo sabrá.
No sé. Bueno, la madre se dará cuenta que el niño tiene el shoulder malo o algo.
¿Qué te pasó? Me caí.
Fell right on his shoulder.
Me caí.
Sí, por un lado ya han parado, porque anoche no lo hicieron.
Bueno, ya vendrán para atrás. Ya vendrán para atrás. Mira.
Dime.
He visto que Chesterton's did the coat collection, and I saw a photo, una pila de caja de DHL.
DHL teamed up with Chesterton's. They collected 892 coats for a charity in London called, I think it's Home Calling or House Calling. It's a shelter, basically, charity type. And we offered to send the boxes, que no sé si eran como 20 y pico de caja, de las grandes, de DHL. We sent it for free to England.
What I
we
wanted
covered
to
the
ask
cost.
you was, lo logistics de eso, ¿qué?
Well, no, it's very easy, really. Everybody delivered the coats to Chesterton's.
That's right.
Which was great. They've done it last year and they did it again this year. And then we, DHL, picked up the boxes and
So they
them.
packaged them.
They put them, we delivered the boxes. So say they wanted 30 boxes.
Vale.
We delivered 30 size 8 boxes. The boxes are free. If you ever need to send a parcel, we can give you a box. It's free. And then you fill them up and then we collect them and we do the paperwork, which is quite something when you've got so many coats. You do the paperwork, each box has to be properly labeled, and then we send it DHL, and it all arrived in London, and we've asked for some photos of them opening the boxes to have like the whole story. But yeah, it's fantastic. And loads of people are collecting there's another charity now collecting for Morocco because I've got some tents that I wanted to give away.
I saw.
Yeah, they're Ricky's old tents from Scouts that he doesn't need. We've done a big clear out, and I thought maybe somebody could use them. So somebody did call me to say they wanted them. But another charity called me saying, look, we would also like them. I've already given them to Possibilities, actually, because they wanted them because some of the kids wanted to have some fun.
Go for Possibilities.
Possibilities increíble, la icono there, the week of diversity week, the neurodiversity week.
Loved it.
And the logos, did you see the new logos?
Super bonito,
Really cool. Octopus, they're called, the company that I think designed the logos. Really, I love the infinity sign with the rainbow colors. It's so
muy
cool.
bonito. It's very striking. It's very eye-catching, ¿verdad?
Yeah, absolutely. Very cool.
¿Qué más? I saw today as well that Alice Mascareñas has written another book. I think it's the 5th.
She has, with a green cover.
Y es como de los columns, pero lo que me ha gustado es el cover. Porque está muy chulo, because it's a very nice green, and then it's her like sort of like a silhouette, or
well,
like
they all have that.
I don't know,
and they're all in different colors. I think there's a blue one and a red one.
Very clever.
Yeah,
very very clever.
Yeah.
Me ha gustado muchísimo.
Kudos to Alice. She's very very cool, and I read sometimes the things she writes in the Chronicle of different people that I didn't know were still going and still doing cool things. She did one about Hammond the other day.
I met her recently, like for the first time.
Really?
See, she's very nice.
She is.
La verdad.
Mina, I have to tell you, do you like my shirt?
I do love.
With the evil eye. I love the evil eye.
Love.
So it's a designer called Poonam Rupani who has an Instagram page called PR Couture. I did an interview with her, and I bought this shirt. She had a fashion show. Fui yo, really a lot of the stuff was very tiny, but a lot of the stuff is very accessible and very normal size for everybody. Not really. You have to. She's got a website, and have a look at PR Couture. And anything that you like, she can have made for you. So I like this shirt, and I thought, I liked it. It's very ponible. So yes, I'm wearing it today. Hi. I'm wearing it today.
Lo puede llevar cash o lo puede ser dressing up. La verdad que sí.
Although today I have to tell you is jumper day.
Yo mañana.
Es verdad.
No sé por qué.
This is my jumper que es de mi hija.
Baby, it's cold.
See, but it's not really relevant here.
Not
Apart
today.
from yesterday, it was bloody freezing.
Heavy.
I arrived home con the wind and the rain.
Pues mira, one last thing.
Dime.
Today, or possibly mañana, I get my copy of the breast cancer calendar.
I got mine yesterday.
And I'm very excited.
And amazingly, they deliver. Merci Posto turned up at my office.
They're going to deliver
said,
mine.
Michelle, here's your calendar. You go, what?
Yo se lo
He
dije.
said, yes, I've come to bring it. He go, don't worry, I'll pick it up.
That's what I said.
Mira, I love them. First of all, what it's about. Secondly, how vivacious it is. It's alive. I mean, with such a thing with breast cancer, yet the calendar is just
happy.
Full of life.
It's happy.
Full of life, full of laughter and fun and the colors. It's creative. I don't know who's put it together. I haven't looked, but
el valor de
ponerte así, naked really, sí. Sí.
I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, and it's good for their confidence and their everything. It's like.
And I think it's very good for other people's confidence. Porque
Sí.
después tú dices, bueno, si ella lo puede hacer, yo para qué me estoy escondiendo. I think it's fantastic,
Yeah.
so I'm very excited to
Yeah.
see it because all I've seen really is the one photo on Facebook donde dije quiero uno.
Yes.
Pero I'm very
I
excited.
love it too. I love it too. £10 each if anybody wants one. Yeah, breast cancer
Qué bueno
support
porque
group.
está precioso.
Yeah, they're really, really nice. But a lot of people complain about things.
I complain.
I think we complain.
Pero I complain.
Ayer, everybody complaining about the rain. Pero we need rain.
No, I don't complain. Yo lo que soy,
You whinge a lot, Dav.
I whinge.
¿Tú?
Pero I whinge about.
Hoy llegaste, lo primero que me dijiste, me duele la
Pero te iba a
cabeza.
decir, I whinge about
Y yo me
me.
empecé a reír y tú me dijiste, ¿por qué te ríes?
coño.
Digo, porque siempre tienes
Pero
algo.
poco te ríes, ¿qué quieres que haga? Pero te
No
te
me,
ríes.
no me estoy riendo porque te duele la cabeza.
Sí.
No, no, pero digo, you are like that a bit. I can be like that a bit, and then I have to stop myself, ¿vale? I have to say to myself, Mitch, get a grip.
Get a grip, Mitch.
Como le digo a mi madre la
A
pobre,
ver, si
get a
a ver
grip.
si podemos grabar una vez sin
Sí,
que se te
bueno,
olvide
no, esta
la
vez-
batería.
Es que this
o-
week has been terrible.
That's what you say every time we
No,
meet.
it's not. Last week with Cedar the Band, we did really well. Apart from, I have to apologize to our viewers. Somehow my camera moved when we were filming, and top of my head is cut off. I've had to put it out because we did it with Cedar the Band, and they're busy people. Yes, but half my head is cut off. And the other thing is that where we filmed, which we loved, was a bit noisy.
It was very
but
noisy.
Charlie, my producer, has done wonders with trying to stifle the noise a little bit. But
Es
yes.
que había gente.
See,
y
it was
la
a noisy
gente
place, but we try
también
and
son super
go.
loud.
We try and go to places that are more accessible
Pa'
and
cambiar,
nice, para
¿no?
cambiar, para darle un poquito de publicity a mucha gente. And a big shout out to Christian from Travel Counselors, Jerome and Matthew, whose little video, I think, which is going to be at the end of this podcast today, is all about them. Is all about the team,
Who they
travel
are.
counselors, who they are, what they do, and they are a great team. In fact, I was talking to El Kene Cardona the other day, mi amigo El Kene, we were on City Pulse, y me dijo que he's booked a very cool holiday with them for next year, that he's going to South America, hopefully,
Wow.
to lots of places that I've been to. So,
A mí me hace gracia porque ayer I was at work and there was a client there y hablando así y me dice, ¿tú sales esta noche? And I was like, ¿a dónde? ¿Qué pasa? And then I clicked y digo, no, digo, yo no voy a GPC esta noche. Y me hizo mi gracia.
sí, a mí me pasa eso. I have to think twice, like,
What do you mean? Where am I going esta noche? No.
did we talk about New Year's Eve or no?
Yes,
'Cause
we did.
We did, but was that before or now?
That was now. Te estás repitiendo ya.
Estoy fatal hoy.
Creo que hemos hecho lo de Christian 2 veces ya.
Lo que es lo de Christian. ¿Quién es Christian?
From Travel Counselors. Está fatal.
¿Sí? No.
Sí, creo que sí. Está chocheando.
Bueno, no importa.
Está fatal, ¿eh?
Es la menopausia.
Sí, vámonos ya. anda.
Okay.
Ya está. Adiós.
Bueno, very nice to see you and see you soon. And thank you for watching.
Nice to see you. To see you now.
Hi Gibraltar, let me introduce you to the team. Here at Travel Counselors, we're all about being personal. But how can travel be more personal? We tailor your holiday to exactly your requirements. And we're always on hand for advice and assistance. Not just from 9 to 5, but 24/7, all day, every day. We can take you anywhere, from the Galapagos Islands to the Rocky Mountains. We're here to make travel simple, fun, and personal. So contact us today and let's create your dream holiday together.